Thank you so much to Dean's Board and Dowdy and to Stanley Zhang for showing us around the Bloomberg School. I'm now excited to welcome our next speaker. Dr. Banda Khalifa is an award-winning physician, public health expert, and academic scholar. Through his commitment for advancing the quality of healthcare to people around the world, his accomplishments include leading a medical team for Ghana's aviation team on 4 UN peacekeeping missions, working as a manager for the COVID-19 response program in the Baltimore City Health Department, and serving as a vaccine and health delivery advisor for the Tony Blair Institute for Global Change. Dr. Banda received the 2022 Alum Impact Award at the University of Ghana in Medicine and Dentistry. He also received his medical training. At Johns Hopkins, he's collaborated on systematic reviews of patient-centeredness interventions, contributing to new practices statements issued by the World Health Organization. He is currently a PhD student in the Department of Epidemiology and works as a vaccine regulatory and policy analyst at the Johns Hopkins International Vaccine Access Center, or IVAC. Dr. Banda has earned an MPH MBA from the university here in 2020, during which he was also a Silmer Scholar and a member of the Beta Gamma Sigma. He is an active member of several health networks and aspires to become a transformational global health leader. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Banda as our student feature.
Alum and a current PhD student of this great institution. I'm here today to share my story and hopefully inspire you to seize the incredible opportunities that lies ahead. I want you to envision a rural town in Ghana where dreams of higher education are rare and less than 5% of high school students advance to the next phase of the academic journey. Against these odds, I broke barriers to become the first from a community and high school to attend medical school, an improbable yet inspiring journey. Post-medical school, I worked in the clinics and organized multiple outreach programs. However, craving for a broader impact, I joined the Ghana Armed Forces and completed 4 United Nations tours in Ivory Coast and Mali. I embraced various leadership roles in Ghana and had a life-changing experience heading a United Nations Level 1 hospital in these countries. My experiences leading teams in the United Nations Hospital and working in diverse roles in Ghana ignited my passion that transcended the consulting rooms. Choosing between top schools was daunting, as some of you may be aware. Choosing Hopkins wasn't easy. I had a lengthy conversation with voices from my wife, family, and sometimes friends. One inspiring Hopkins alum who was recently inducted into the National Academy of Medicine and the immediate past dean of the School of Public Health in the premier university in Ghana shifted my perspective. During my training as a medical student, public health was synonymous with Johns Hopkins. Through my further communication with current students, Johns Hopkins clearly stood out for its diverse community, immense networking opportunities, and unmatched research funding. When it comes to academics, Hopkins is a wonderland of knowledge. Whilst at Hopkins, the learning opportunities are endless. I was like a child lost in a maze of knowledge, traversing a fascinating array of courses, concentrations, and certificate programs. I was faced with choosing among 10 concentrations, 40-plus certificate programs, and a potential collaboration with more than 80 centers. I customized my MPH and MBA curriculum, focusing on epidemiology and biostatistics. I received a certificate in pharmacoepidemiology and drug safety and gained a wealth of knowledge that prepared me for a successful career. What truly sets Hopkins apart in my few years here is a welcoming faculty and the endless collaborative opportunities. The warm and supportive faculty opened my eyes to a world of endless opportunities for collaboration, from the Center for Drug Safety and Effectiveness, where I was a center scholar, to the Center for Public Health and Human Rights and the International Vaccine Access Center, I found a place where my interest and passion could flourish. At Hopkins, you'll meet extraordinary people from all corners of the globe. I formed lifelong connections that transcended borders. Future leaders, innovators, and change makers come here. I met people I only read about in textbooks, like Professor Afesoma, who revolutionized our understanding of vitamin A and child mortality. Imagine a kid from a small town in Ghana meeting iconic figures like Michael Bloomberg, a titan in public health and global health philanthropy. I even had the opportunity to have lunch with our current dean. Beyond academics, Hopkins offers a vibrant community filled with diverse student groups, cultural celebrations, and lasting friendships. From winning an intramural volley league competition to exploring DC to meet alumni of the school and even exploring Canada, I built unforgettable memories during my time here. Baltimore has been my home away from home, offering unique experiences. There's always something to explore, from the vibrant Inner Harbor to the mesmerizing aquarium. If you're a food lover like me, you'll love Baltimore more. You will discover a world of flavors, from African to Asian cuisines. Hopkins has been pivotal in shaping my career, placing me at the forefront of public health during the COVID-19 pandemic. I worked with the Baltimore City Health Department as the manager for COVID-19 response program at the peak of the pandemic. I have been a keynote speaker at several public health events. I worked with the Tony Blair Institute for Global Change and even received the Alumni Impact Award during the 60th anniversary of the University of Ghana Medical School anniversary celebration. The invaluable experiences and opportunities I gained at Hopkins have opened doors I never thought possible. Through the transformative power of Hopkins, I became a sought-after voice in Ghana's media landscape, addressing crucial public health concerns. I have shared the stage with esteemed directors of health, influential ministers, and a multitude of critical stakeholders united in our mission to improve global health. My transformation so inspired my wife that she decided to embark on her own Hopkins journey. As I continue my PhD journey, I'm grateful for the doors Hopkins has opened and the life it has built for me and my wife. As you follow the compass of your journey, remember that graduate school decisions are tough. Let your heart desires, goals, and priorities guide you in choosing the right path for your graduate studies. For international students, choose an environment that offers quality education, networking opportunities, and a supportive community. Remember that your investment in graduate school is an investment in yourself. As you embark on your journey, remember to dream big, trust in the power of your passion, and know that you are capable of incredible things. I hope my story has inspired you and provided you insights into the world of possibilities that await you at Hopkins. I wish you all the best in your journey. But before we go, another trivia question and a chance to win an interesting prize. Which famous American philanthropist is the namesake of the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health? Bill Gates, Michael Bloomberg, Gates Bloomberg, Barack Obama. Put your answer and the winner would be reached out to with a prize. Lauren, do you have a winner yet?
Thank you so much, Banda. Yes, so Ahmad Ozair is our first person in the Q&A to answer the question correctly. So Nick Lim from our office will be reaching out to you shortly. And we actually do have a couple of minutes. So if there are any quick questions that anyone has, I'd like to see if there's any questions that he can answer before we move on to our next segment. You can add any questions you have in the Q&A. And Vanda, as we wait, what's some advice as students are making their final decision? Any quick advice that you have for them?
Yes, I mean, the easiest way is to reach out to as many alumni as possible and also current students. Let them share their stories with you and how choosing Hopkins has impacted their lives. I know we all had options. I had to choose among the top 10 schools, but speaking with alumni and coming here and experiencing what I've seen, I've realized that my decision to come here was the best. And some of my mates who moved from here to go and pursue their PhD elsewhere also testify to the fact that the quality of education here and the collaborative potential in this school far outweighs, whatever they've experienced. And they can attest to the quality that you get in this environment. So our advice, one single advice, is reach out to people. If you want to reach out to me, I'm on LinkedIn. We can connect. If you have questions, just push it to me and we'll discuss all those issues.
Great. So we do have another question. How did you find connecting with professors, faculty when you were completing your master's, and how were you supported in your networking collaborative endeavors?
Yeah, so as I said, so like for somebody who's coming from Africa, our educational system and the way we see our professors is quite different. And I'm sure it's the same for those from other countries outside of the US. What really, stood out to me was the way professors are welcoming in this environment. You can literally send an email to any professor you like to work to. Just share your interest, attach your CV, and then the next moment they will send you an email inviting you to come to their office to have a conversation. And most times, if you get to meet them and your interest isn't exactly aligning with theirs, they will suggest another faculty member that you can reach out to. That is one of the incredible aspects of this community. Every faculty member knows who is doing what, who has a grant, who has opportunity for research assistantships. So once you reach out to them, they are likely to connect you with somebody else, even if their interest does not align with you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And a bit of a more personal question. What's something that you've missed since you've moved here to the US, something you missed from Ghana?
That's tough. So, I mean, certainly you miss, like your friends and family, especially extended family, getting to see them day in and day out. But with the advancement of technology, I mean, I'm able to still connect with them and talk to them every single day. I haven't missed the food because, whatever I can get in Ghana, I can get it here. Baltimore is pretty diverse, and you can find every community in this city.
Excellent. We have couple more questions, and then we'll move on to our next segment. But a question that's come through is, do you think the MPH is enough for a career path in public health, and why did you choose to do the PhD program?
Yeah, so I think the MPH can certainly be, a final degree for you if your interest isn't going deeply into research. What I wanted to do with a PhD is to be able to, begin my own research, independent research, to address some of the pressing questions and being able to help advance the field of implementation science. So providing evidence and helping with scaling them to the policy level is what really interests me. So the MPH, I realized I got a lot of skills, but the PhD will further solidify my foundation and make me a better candidate to do my own research.
Well, thank you so much. I know there's some other questions, but for the sake of time, we do have to move on to our next part of our session this morning. But I just want to thank you, Dr. Banda, so much for joining us today and for everyone's questions. So next we'll be going on to our next section, the Public Health on Call podcast.